Hey, what's up, guys? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. I thought I'd do an inventory unboxing. I'm still missing the other half of my inventory. I ordered this on the 3rd of December and it just got here. Usually they're pretty quick about shipping stuff, but due to the holidays and just, the sheer volume of parcels and freight moving, it took like a week and a half to get this. Usually it's like 3 to 5 days tops, and this is only part of the shipment. So I'm gonna do an unboxing. Uh, yeah, first I gotta do these packing peanuts, and I gotta be honest with you. I have, out of all the amount of inventory restocks I've done, I think I've seen my share of packing peanuts for the rest of my life. There's one thing I hate more than anything, it's packing peanuts. I know they're cheap and they're a great source of, shipping cushion and whatnot, but I really fucking hate packing peanuts. They just get everywhere. So I'm going to talk to you while I carefully, or attempt to carefully, remove some of this stuff. Granted, it's not going so well. It's just going all over the place. I don't know what's in this one. It's in this box because the shipment was split into two. So I ordered a bunch of Kaiser, I ordered a bunch of Best Tech, and a whole bunch of Olight. Massive Olight restock. So, yeah. How's your day going? Did you guys do anything fun? You guys doing anything fun? I'm clearing packing peanuts out of a inventory box, and I'm dropping them on the ground. Oh god. I would. Part of me is like, the sadistic part of me is like, I'd rather you just ship this shit without peanuts. If the FedEx guy decides to play dodgeball with my package, granted it's 30 pounds, but then so be it. But here we are. I'd put like a thing that says like skip to this point in the video, but I'm too lazy to do that, so I guess you could skip it if you want. Then you'd miss my fantastic commentary. Almost, we're getting there. We're almost there. Okay. This is real time. None of that time lapse stuff. Okay. Got enough of them out here. Alright, so let's see what we got. This looks like a pretty large bit of Olight. So we have O-Clip Pros. These are the stars and stripes. These are pretty popular. People really like these, so got a bunch of them. I didn't get a bunch of these. They were popular a couple months ago. I don't know how popular they are now, but I did restock them, so I think I have 4 in stock, something like that. These are rad. If you don't know O-Clip Pros, these are, I think, 400 lumens. Sorry. Oh, I'm out of breath. I had to carry this 30 pounds kind of distance, and then I had to hunt down a whole bunch of stuff to set up the video, and yeah, I gotta just chill for a sec here. But O-Clips are a fantastic everyday light. If you don't have one or have never heard of them, they are USB-C rechargeable. They have a floodlight, a spotlight, and a red light. The pros do. They're 400 lumens on max, I think. No, sorry, they're 300 lumens on max and they're 400 on turbo. They're rad. They're pretty cool. So let's see here, what else. Have a few different color combinations. So here's another one. This is the Phantom one. So O-Clip Pro, just the Phantom version. What else we got here? Those. We have the normal black variant for people who just want, something normal. What is this? Oh, these are the i3 minis, I think. So these are the tiny keychain flashlights, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. When you order these, they come in like a giant box of I don't know, what is this, 12? 2, 4, 6, 8, no, 10. So these are these. Well, these are 90 lumens. Run for 45 minutes. They just run like a little, I think they're a AA battery. You just twist them, twist it on, twist it off. Little keychain flashlight. It's actually very cool, very, very cool. These are probably like one of my favorite small flashlights. I mean, these are also printed to size, so this is the actual size of the flashlight. I think these retail for like $10, something like that, $9-10. For 90 lumens, this is a really rad deal. I also need one for myself, so I'm gonna put one off to the side. I only have one, and I have 2 sets of car keys, so that's that. Let's see what else we got here. We got those. We have, these are the Bestech Lanza. I will show you these. But you guys are also getting like first glimpses of stuff too. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these before. I'm not going to do like a review video or anything. This is just me showing you guys some of the inventory. These are Bestech's gentleman folders. So this is what they look like. These are 14C 28 end blade steel with G10 scales. They are a front roll. Let me take it out. I'll take it out of the package for you guys. I'll spoil you guys. You guys are getting spoiled. So this is what it looks like. They come in a bunch of different color variants. So it's a front roll. These are really nice. Very light. Pretty budget friendly. I think they retail for like $56. You could probably find them for like $48, $49, something like that. They're honestly a good budget deal. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about them. They're just nice knives if you enjoy gentleman knives and you're not really a huge fan of a lot of the ones that are on the market. I think these are a good fill. I personally like this, and I don't really care for gentleman knives, but that's just my personal opinion. So take that for how you will. Okay, moving on. Put this back in the box. And then Bestech, I don't know, Bestech always makes good stuff. If you're unfamiliar with Bestech, they've been around for a very long time. They make really great products. They make quality stuff. I don't really know what else to tell you in that regard. These are all the same. Let's see, these are the Ultras. These are the O-Clip Ultras. So, hey, look, you see me. Hi! Anyway, these are the Snowy Mountain ones. I wish I could show you. I wish they put the photo on the box like they do everything else, but just look up Snowy Mountain O-Clip Ultras. You'll be able to see what they are. But these are 400 lumens with a 500 turbo mode. So they're, or maybe it's like 550 turbo mode, something like that. And the difference between these and the Pros are these have UV. So instead of a red light for at night on the Pros that the Pros have, these have a blue UV light. So, these also, like I said, slightly brighter. And these have different graphics than the Pros. The creme de la creme. So, Jesus, peanuts galore, man. Batons. I have one of these. These are fantastic. I reviewed one of these on my channel. I don't know, probably a couple of weeks ago at this point. Probably one of my favorite flashlights. 1300 max lumens, super tiny flashlight. I don't know where mine is. I think mine might be in my room, but these are stellar. So you get 5 full charges out of these, and then you can replace the battery in the physical flashlight. This charging dock pod thing will charge multiple. It'll charge a bunch of different O lights as well, so it won't just charge this one. And it functions as a power bank. So Also, so here you go. 1300 lumens on turbo, 600 on high, 60 on low, or medium, etc. This thing is rad. These are so many people love these. This is probably one of my favorite OLED products. Besides, probably besides the O-Clip. Yeah. I've like made an absolute mess of the way this box is sorted, if I'm honest, so I don't expect everything to go back. Okay. Here's the new stuff. So this is I believe this is the Ultra, right? Yeah. This is the R Pro Ultra. So this is replacing the old Arc Pro. New things about this. I don't own one of these. So I can't tell you. I'm sure it's a great flashlight, to be honest with you. But I don't own one personally, so I don't have a lot of general feedback to give you. But it's got UV. It's got I think it's 1700 lumens. So it doesn't tell you. I think it's 1700 max lumens. So it's higher output than I think the old Arc Pros. Old Arcfeld Ultras, I should say. So 1700 lumens, I think. Maybe it's 2000. Someone double check me on that. And you can also, it gives you the amount of charge that this has in the middle of the dial now. And they just redesigned the body shape. There's a couple other features. I think this also has a green light on it. Maybe I'm wrong. But these are pretty cool. One of these days I'll get one for myself. Oh, and they're made of OLED aluminum. So, yeah. But these are pretty rad. They've been selling out pretty quickly. People love them. Yeah, I like the redesign. It looks nice compared to the old one. I don't really care for the color, but yeah, whatever. OLED just makes great stuff. I don't know. I can't really complain in that regard. What else we got in here? What are these? I think these are all like so I have a bunch of like budget stuff in here. A whole bunch of budget knives to sell. I don't think these are open actually. Let me see if I can bend this back without knocking the camera over. There we go. That way you guys get a better view. My carry today, QV Silo 14C. Frame lock. One of my favorite knives from QV. Huge fan of like modified Warncliffs. Really big fan. Let's see, these are they're basically like budget banger MTechs. People really like so sell over on Whatnot. People really like budget banger stuff. It's not like wildly expensive, but just like a good knife, a good beater knife. So I always try and stock a bunch of this stuff. Nothing that's wildly expensive. These are really nice actually. These are the MTech. So these are MTech. Look like brass scales that have some kind of like neat texture to them. I don't even know. Here, I'll show you. There you go. That's pretty cool. Really nice action. Really nice action. It's a very nice knife. I'm actually very impressed with that. That feels very premium, if I'm honest. Yeah, you can deploy it from the thumb stud. It's just a little harder, but that feels very premium. MTech, just a good overall budget brand. You know, I really like how that looks though. That's gonna be a really good grab for people. I'll have to grab these again. I'm impressed. Color me impressed. Wow, that's a nice looking knife, man. MTech, you stepped it up. I'm usually not that impressed with your products. I know that sounds incredibly rude, but I am honest and blunt. So that is a very nice looking knife for, I don't even know what these retail for. I don't know, maybe 20 bucks. Who knows? That is a very nice action. Feels very quality. Very smooth. Nice liner lock. Usually the liner locks kind of feel like shit. That is impressive. I like that. That's nice. I'm happy with that one. I got a whole box of them too. Check that out. That makes Andy happy. Are these all the same color? Or are these all different colors? I assume these are all the same color. Let's double check, shall we? I gotta take a mean shit. I gotta be honest with you guys. Yeah, they're all the same color. So they're all sealed too, so I have to cut them open every time I open them. I'm sure that comment I just made was probably TMI, but I gotta be honest, I have to take a mean shit. So, but that's okay. We'll press on. I'm just a very honest person. I don't know what's in these. All right, let's open up this box. Let's see what's in this. So far, we're on a roll. We're partying. We're doing good. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a knife snob. I have nothing against people who are. I've started out with like super cheap knives when I started collecting, and then I've just worked my way up. My goal is to be able to get, I'd love a Medford, a mini Praetorian or a Smooth Criminal. Those are on my bucket list. Machine Wise has a new release out. I forgot what it's called. I think the price point on it's like $850, $825, $850. Love one of those. But I'm just not there yet. But oh my god, I will tell you that I am definitely not a knife snob in the least, because there are some really nice knives out there for absolute dirt cheap that look absolutely amazing, do an amazing job, and just do not deserve to be at the price point that they're at. Like, it's obscene that they're as cheap as they are. That's my personal opinion. I know, I'm sure a lot of people will have a secondary argument to that. So this is another M-Tech. Okay. First impressions, wasn't thrilled, but it's light. It's incredibly light. I think these are like nylon plastic scales, polymer scales. Okay, it does have a really nice liner lock, really nice action. So aside from these scales, which to be honest with you, if you're looking for a light carry, this thing weighs like next to nothing. This is another M-Tech product. These aren't bad. You know, not bad. Not a bad beater knife. Again, I'm not a knife snob. I kind of appreciate all knives. It's like everybody, when I got into the hobby, everybody starts somewhere, you know? And I started with cheap stuff. So cheap stuff always kind of has a place in my heart. I'm sure that probably sounds weird, but I will say this. I've had cheap knives that I've bought from M-Tech for inventory purposes, and they were very unimpressive. The knives, I fucking hated them. Like, the build quality felt like shit. The action felt like shit. I don't actually know the name of them. Most of the knives are never named. They're just like it's just like a code. It's not like normal knife brands, or QB has like the Cinema or whatever. Not normal knife brands name knives. But it's like I've said in past videos. Some brands make 90% of their knives are bangers, and then there's the other 10% that just kind of suck. M-Tech is kind of 50-50 for me. Sometimes you get an absolute banger from M-Tech, and other times you should probably better just throwing it in the dumpster. It's more like the price point wise. Like, I've gotten knives from M-Tech that are like $5 that feel like they're $20-$30 knives, and I've gotten knives from M-Tech that are $5 that feel like they're $3. So take that for what you will. I've also gotten knives from known brands. I do air quotations because I'm sure you can think of a brand that comes to your mind where you're like, you were expecting it to feel like XYZ. and then you hold it and you're like, huh, this doesn't feel like X price point. Happens to me frequently. But anyway, we have more knives, so I gotta move this stuff without causing an avalanche. I think these are more knives. I would hope. What do we got here? What do we got here? Richard. All right. More M-Tech. These are light. These feel light, so let's see what they are. I still gotta take a mean shit. I gotta open the package. They usually put 4 strips of tape on the back of the knife boxes. So I usually have to cut them when I'm gonna open up a demo model. Hence why. Okay. Color me impressed. That's pretty nice looking. Knife looking? That's pretty knife looking. See what I did there? Ha! I'm here all week. Actually, I'm only here 3 days a week, but you know what I mean. Okay. That's kind of light. I think these are aluminum scales. That's nice. I dig the purple. Let's see what the action. It's all about the action. That's not a good start. That's not a good start. Hold on. Uh-oh. Did they over tighten the pivot screw on these? Okay. Alright. That's not bad. Honest opinion, action's kind of mediocre. I think there was... I think it... Obviously, they're new, so they just haven't been used. But, yeah, it's not bad. It's okay. I'd give it 1 out of 10. Let's see. What can we do here? 1 out of 10. The scales are really nice. The weight is nice. Pocket clip's nice. I like the milling. Give it a 6.5. The action's just kind of cheeks. Definitely a good beater knife, but yeah, the action's kind of cheeks. And I don't like... I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Hold on. Let me look at this other knife here. So this knife, action's so buttery. I don't know if that's... Is it me or does the liner lock look thicker on this knife? Am I insane? No? I guess it's thicker on this one. Huh. Okay. This one's just so buttery smooth, man. God, that's nice. And this one is just like... I don't know. It's okay. I give this one solid... Man, fuck. I can't give anything a 10 out of 10 because, let's be honest, that's some bullshit, right? Nothing ever deserves a perfect score because nothing's ever perfect. I give this thing probably like a 9 out of 10. That is fantastic. But yeah, this is like a 6.5. Purely on the action. Not bad. I don't think I'd own one for my personal collection. This I'd totally own for my personal collection. I love that. But this, not so much. Good beater knife, though. Okay. I said I wouldn't do knife reviews. Here I am doing reviews. So, there you go. Still not bad. It is what it is. All right, moving on. Still have another box. Another box of knives. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is only half of my shipment. I don't know what these are. I don't remember. So, we're gonna find out together. La-di-da. Find out together. Together. Oh, yeah. Find out together. Together. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. Oh, wait. Are these the... Oh, okay. I thought these were the same as the ones I just opened, but these are not the same. These are not the same indeed. These are green. These are light, so these are aluminum scales as well. Hello, May. My sweet kitty cat. There you go. My sweet kitty cat. Hello, sweet baby. Hello. What are you doing? Okay. Back to business. Back to business. Okay. She just wants to know what Dad's doing. Okay. So I dig it. These are green. These are. Oh, these have like a weird, like, vibration. That was strange. Hey, leave the light alone. Light didn't do anything to you. These are green with this nice, I don't know, milling. I kind of dig that. So far, I like it. It's all about the action, though. You know, the action's a make or break. Not bad. I like the knife blade. It's like a Bowie shape. Nice Bowie blade. Hold on. Time out. Doesn't have that snap I'm looking for. It's too muffled. Hold on. Let me see something here. Why is it so muffled? Why is that one so nice and the other one so muffled? So weird. Man, I really like this too. So I love the scales. Scales are really nice. I will say I don't like the sound of the action. It's super muffled. It doesn't have that nice like tactile sound that we all love as knife nerds. But aside from that, the Bowie style blade, I mean, I guess it's more of a clip point, straight point, whatever, but it reminds me more of Bowie, you know? It's like a very subtle modified Bowie. It's a clip point. But I actually really like this. I'll give this one a, let's see. So I gave the other one a 6.5 out of 10. I gave this, the one in front of me, I gave this one a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give this one, man, fudge. I'm gonna give this one a 7.8. I like it a lot. I just don't like the fact that it doesn't have that really nice like click when it locks out. Oh, it's also got one thumb stud. That's interesting. That's very unique. Haven't seen that before. So that's cool. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it a lot. Okay. Man. Let's see. Are there any others? What else we got? Oh, we got the big boys. Hold on, I gotta move some of this stuff so it doesn't avalanche on me. This is gonna be difficult to do. I'll take one out. Okay, so for those who don't know, these are the Olight Seeker 4s. So this is the I think they're called Cyber Violet. 4600 max lumens. These flashlights fuck so hard. I don't know the rest of the lumen outputs, but these things are super cool. And apparently they come with a holster, which I did not know because it says it at the top of the box. Goes to show how much I read the packaging when I buy it. But I don't have one of these personally. I do not know how good they are. I just know that everybody who buys one fucking loves them. So take that for however you choose. I have no opinion on them outside of that. I think they look cool, but I have never used one, so I'm not going to give an opinion on them. I'm just going off of what everybody else says. So, yeah. Let's see. We have a Kaiser here. We have one Kaiser. Oh, this is the Kaiser I've never ordered before. Cool. I think we've covered almost everything on the box. I might have missed, like, I don't know, one or two things. The stuff's like buried at the very bottom. So I've never bought this before for inventory. I only have one. This is the Mini Bay. These are really cool because they're 154 cm. So we're gonna check this out together, and then I'm gonna send you guys on your way because I need to take a shit. So I dig that. This is the box it comes in. That's cool. This is the little case the knife comes in. That's pretty neat. I like that. It's a nice aesthetic. I think these knives retail for like $85.90, something like that. So they're not cheap budget knives, but they're also not like high-end premium. I think for $85, if it is $85, 154 cm is a steal. I'm gonna say, oh my god, this thing's so tiny. That's what she said. Anyway, yeah, anything under 100 for 154 cm is a steal. You're just not gonna find that. SRM has 154 cm for under 100. Their Cub. Oh, this thing's cool, man. This thing's really nice. Check that out. Check this out. Look at that. Look at that. First impressions are great. That's pretty sick, man. It comes in this little like knife condom, little Ziploc knife condom. I'll just set that there. Yeah. So SRM has a 154 cm for, I think it's like $75. It's the Cub. So if you can snag 154 cm for under 100, you're living good. All right. Oh, super snappy. Whoo, yeah, damn. That's nice, man. I don't like that per se. Okay, that's cool. I dig this. I like this. I will say I don't like this like little choil. It feels like I'm holding part of the blade. Like I want to choke up there, but I also feel like I'm holding part of the blade. But aside from that, it's a very small knife, but it feels very comfortable. That's cool, man. How the fuck does it unlock? Is it a liner lock? I am much confused. Is this a liner lock? It's not a button lock. Oh, that's weird, dude. Okay, I don't know how it doesn't have a lockout. I mean, like you just push it and it lock. I don't like that. I don't know how I feel about that one. Ow. I don't know, man. I don't think I like the fact it's a cool knife, but I don't think I like the fact that you can just close it by pushing on the top of the blade. I mean, you could be cutting something. You could be on like I don't know why the fuck you'd bring this to a construction site, but for the, humor me for the point of the analogy. You could be like cutting something, lift up the knife, and then your buddy could come by and just go, blah! Ow. And I cut myself, just like that. Anyway, your buddy could just hit the top of the blade like that. Right? And then boom. Man, I always cut myself when I do these. That's okay. We'll be fine. Anyway, I'll be good. I'll just bandage it up and we'll be hunky peachy. Anyway, all right. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I didn't even cut myself on it in the direction that you would think I would cut myself on. I'm just trying to keep the finger with the blood out of the frame. I'm also not trying to bleed on things, so it's actually not that bad. We're good. We're good. Anyway, I don't like the fact that it doesn't lock out like a normal knife. Yeah, if I'm honest. Someone could just like tap the front of the blade and knock it out of lock, and that's just kind of weird to me. Cool blade though. Really nice. But yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna go bandage my finger. I hope you guys enjoyed this. That was fun until, well, I fucked up, but that's just the nature of doing this. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna go fix my finger now. Later. Alright, hey guys, I just wanted to come back and let you know my finger is good. We're okay. I cut the side of it right here. When I was pushing down on the blade, I missed. I'll show you carefully. When I was gonna push down on the blade, I missed the blade. I slid down the side and then pulled up and I pulled up against the actual cutting edge of the blade. But we're good. I just wanted to let you guys know we're good. Everything's okay. So yeah. Anyway, see you later. Hey guys, what's up? So I'm gonna just do a part 2 to the first same video, but this will basically be a part 2. So a couple seconds ago you saw the end of the inventory part 1 where I was also an idiot and I cut myself. It's healing fine. But yeah, this is the second part of the inventory I was waiting for. It showed up Saturday. If I sound a little dead inside, I am not dead inside. I just woke up, so, but I needed to take care of this, so I'm gonna pull out all these packing peanuts and then I'll show you what we got. So yeah, I should move this camera because it's gonna be in the way a little bit. There we go. More packing peanuts. It's on the floor. That's gonna make a mess. I know they're just packing peanuts, but still, I really... Oh, also, the Black Sheep Knives website is finally up. There's only a couple things up from inventory. I will be working on putting more up now, today, when this video is being filmed, which is on Sunday. This video is going up Monday. It'll be all knives. I won't be putting any Olight up. If you're looking for good Olight deals, inventory stuff, check out my live shows. Bookmark them so that way you know when I'm going live on Whatnot. If you've never used Whatnot, there's a referral code in my description. When you use the referral code in my description, you get, I think it's like $15 for joining, and you can use it in any show. You don't have to use it in my show, you can use it in any show and Whatnot. If you're unfamiliar with Whatnot, it is a live selling auction platform that, similar to eBay in a way, so to speak, but better. Yeah, you can find almost anything on Whatnot, and you're probably thinking, well, I don't want to get scammed, right? I don't want to buy something that's fake. Yeah, there is that possibility, but Whatnot doesn't really take kindly to that shit, so chances are whatever you end up finding that you're trying to buy is going to be real. And if there is a scammer on Whatnot, a seller, Whatnot usually takes care of them pretty quickly. So either Whatnot does or the community does, but generally it's a little bit of both. So you can buy everything from knives to TVs, video games, comics, jewelry, high-end handbags, high-end watches, shoes, you name it. Alright, I think we're almost good here. So this is the side of the inventory order that had like most of the knives and stuff. So I got more batons. These, I talked about these in the last one, but this is the nocturnal ones. These are the Halloween edition. So they are the purple with green bats and all the other spooky stuff. Pretty cool. Dig those. If you guys haven't seen these are the Zombie O-Clip Pros. These have been super popular, so restocked on these. Yeah, I think these are all just O-Clip Pros. I think these are all batons. Let's see, what's this? This is, okay, so this is a new item that I haven't stocked before. This is, it's a Bestech Man a Day. I think I'm saying that correctly. So let's check it out together, shall we? Bestech always makes great stuff. They OEM for quite a lot of companies, outside of obviously production for themselves. If you're unfamiliar with OEMing is, it's when they manufacture knives for other companies. This is cool. It's nice. So only deployment method is the what do you call it? Thumb studs. But that's cool. I dig that. Let's see, what blade steel is it? 14C? That's nice. It's got a very unique blade shape. It's got that like raptor talon. That's cool. It's got a cool wire. That's neat, man. That's cool. I don't know what the price is on these, to be honest with you. These are new. Never. Hold on. I'm trying to not crush the box. I don't know what the price is on these. I've never stocked them before. I think I only got one. Because I was like, well, let's get a bunch of stuff that I've never carried before, see how it goes. But these are cool. These are neat. I dig them. There's a pretty decent market for jade knives. People really like the jade. They do look good. I like the wire pocket clip. It's very simplistic. I know if some people are like, it's probably a little too basic, but that's nice. I dig that. Let's see. What's the action like? Action's nice. I don't have too much more to say about this. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward knife. It's not like, I mean, you could fidget with it if you wanted to, but I think really the real selling point is obviously the blade shape is pretty intense. It's pretty cool. And it's a liner lock. So that's nice. 14C G10 scales, jade. Like I said, I'm not familiar with what the price point is on them. My guess is retail is probably like 60 to 70. You could probably find them for probably in the high 50s, low 60s online. But again, I don't. I'm just going off of, you know, my guesses. I apparently can't put this knife back in the box. I do not know how to do this. Come on, work with me. Okay, thank you. Okay, that was first. Alright, I got a whole bunch of knives that I've never bought before. So, this is the Operator. I couldn't pass this one up. I thought this one was really neat. It's a budget blade steel, D2. I only got one. Like I said, I sell primarily through Whatnot, so I don't know how people are going to respond to some of these inventory picks. If the stuff sits for too long, it'll probably get thrown up on the site. I might honestly just put it on the site anyway. But so sculpted G10 scales, flipper tab. That's nice. It's got a nice like modified Warncliffe blade. It's a full size knife. It's a liner lock too. Deep carry, not reversible pocket clip, but it's got a nice action. Very nice action. Again, this is probably in the $50 to $70 range, price wise. Best Tech again makes great knives, especially if you're looking for good budget knives. I dig it. It's nice. Cool knife. Very cool. It's got good jimping. Yeah, I don't know. It's nothing crazy fancy. It's got a really nice red backspacer too. Love that. I think that's aluminum. Nope, that's G10. Red backspacer is G10. That's nice. Very nice. Okay. Let's see. I don't remember how many knives I got in this. I won't go over all of them because then this video will be like an hour long. But I just figured I'd pull out a few of these and show you guys. Okay, I have two manatees. I lied. So what I'll do is I'll throw these up on the site. So if you guys are interested in these, I'll throw them on the site and you can buy them. And then I'll just adjust the quantities if they do move. So two manatees, can't talk. I got two Best Tech QQs. These are pretty cool little knives. People again don't really know that these exist. More than likely these aren't really gonna move through Whatnot. The last time I bought these, it took forever to sell them. So these are more than likely going on the site. But these are cool. These are aluminum, like small aluminum button locks. 14C. I'll show you. They have really nice milling. Really nice scale milling. They almost look like a beetle. They're not very large knives, but they're button lock, reversible pocket clip. Here. and they have a false edge they're the single edge false edge dagger style blade, but they are very small, but they're also, to be honest, I think that they're rather fidgety in a way. I'm not really flicking with a lot of forward switches. There you go. But it's just something cool and different. These are the QQs. These I think retail for like 72, 75, something like that. Yeah. You probably get them on Blade HQ for like in the 60s. But they're cool little knives. I don't have anything negative to say about them. They're just neat. They're different. I'm not going to do full-on knife review. Just showing you guys the stuff because I figured, hey, why not, right? Good option. Good chance for you guys to see what I carry, what's available. I can do purchase orders. This month I can't. So if you guys are like, hey, I'm looking for, you know, X knife or X flashlight or whatever, I can do a purchase request on it and, you know, source it for you, buy it, and then give you a good price on it. Generally, depending. But this month I can't do that, unfortunately. Just with how busy I am. And this is another QQ. Just so it showed you I think all the QQs are down there. So what else do we have? Oh no, I lied. These aren't all the QQs. These are some big chonkers. What are these? Oh, here we go. Got some big boys. I've never had these before, so this will be cool. Again, you guys can buy most of this stuff. So the Olight stuff, if you guys are interested in this, you can only get it through Whatnot, through my Whatnot store. So I only sell this stuff when I'm live, just letting you know. But the knives, more than likely, will be posted on the site. I'm really slow about getting stuff on the site because it does take some time, but I'm doing my best. So this is the Best Tech Scrimmage. Never gotten these before, but they looked really cool, so figure, hey, why not, right? Offer people, you know, something a little different. This is nice. So these are wood handled. These are a specific type of wood. I don't remember what. Doesn't say, unfortunately. It said when I was purchasing the knife. It said it in the inventory order, but I don't know. It's something different, right? I'm trying to move the thing here. So these are nice. So this is I don't know what kind of wood this is, to be honest. It like I said, it said it in the description, but this is the Best Tech Scrimmage. These are flipper cleavers with liner lock. This is the normal variant. I believe I got the Damascus variant as well. But cool knife, very nice. Something a little different. So if you're looking for like something different EDC wise, as an EDC carry, there you go. Non-reversible pocket clip. Does have I believe that's the G10 backspacer. Yeah, G10. So there you go. Put this back. If it sounds like I'm out of breath, my nose is running. It just got done snowing. Like, it snowed all night last night into the morning. That's cold. And my nose is running. So, yeah. And I'm filming this in a room that doesn't have... It's not very warm, per se. Back in the case nicely. There we go. Okie dokie. It's probably gonna be a pain in the ass to close it. Oh, no, maybe not. There we go. Okay, that's back in the box. I got one of these. I'm pretty sure I only got one of these Iridas. I think that's other Iridas. Irida. Is that Irida? Irida? I think that's Irida. Let me know in the comments if I'm saying it wrong. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, but who knows? At this point, I could be saying completely wrong. Completely wrong. Oh, okay. Interesting. This reminds me of the Best Tech, not Best Tech, sorry, the Kaiser chili pepper. If I'm not mistaken, these are a little more expensive. This is the Best Tech Ear Duh. These are carbon fiber. These are 154 cm. I think I only got one of these. Oh no, these aren't 154. I lied to you. I am so sorry that I lied to you guys. But these are cool looking. These are pretty rad. Check that out. This is 14C. I thought it was 154. I lied to you. I am so very sorry. Very cool knife. I really dig the pocket clip. I like weird knives, to be honest with you. Stuff that's like kind of the same generic shape. I'm like, that's cool. But that's a very unique silhouette of a knife. That's very cool. The sculpted G10 sculpted carbon fiber scales. Very nice liner lock. Really like that. Very fancy. Very nice blade. Nice nice bevel on the blade. That's very nice. I don't know what the price is on these. I wish I knew. Very, very nice action. Definitely a knife I would buy one for myself and add to my collection. That is very nice. I think these are on the higher end. I want to say these are like 80 to, I want to say 70 to 100, roughly. In that range. Primarily because you're paying for the carbon fiber. So, there's that. But very nice, very nice. I was gonna make this video yesterday when I got this package, but I was sick like the entire day, so that didn't happen. I still kind of feel like crap, but that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta truck through, you know. Sometimes we ride at dawn, even if we feel like crap. All right, I think this is the other skirmish. I think this is the this is the Damascus one, I think. I'll probably end on this one, most likely, because I do have to do other things. I'm on a bit of a time constraint. I just wanted to show you guys some of the stuff. Ooh, this is very nice. This is a good knife to end on, actually. So, if I can get out of the package, Jesus Christ. Okay, so we have Damascus scales, very, very nice. And we have a nice Damascus blade. Very nice action, too. Check that out. Very, very, very nice. These are a little more expensive than the original. I think the one I just showed you. Sorry. The other skirmish, I think, is like $60 to $70 price range. I think this one's like $90 because of the Damascus and the Damascus blade. But very nice. Very, very nice. Very nice fit and finish. It had a very nice action when I opened it. Yeah. Very, very feathery. Very light. Doesn't really require much force to open. Nice pocket clip. G10 backspacer? No, maybe? Yeah, a fancier G10 backspacer. But very nice nonetheless. So okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna end the video here, guys, only because, well, like I said, I kind of feel like crap, and I have a bunch of other things I do have to do. I would honestly love to show you the rest of this stuff, but I'm a little restricted on time. I do apologize. I really do. I really want to show you the rest of this, but yeah. So I'm gonna pick the camera up, let you guys just kind of scan the rest of the box real quick here. So I'm pretty sure these knives, so these boxes right here, these are budget knives from MTech. These are probably, I'm pretty sure these are the small The big white box is probably the small i3s from Olight. And I think these are just more, yeah, more zombies. The zombies are really popular, so I got a ton of them. Actually, these might actually be the pens. No, these are, yeah, so I was right. These are i3 18th anniversary. And I think the pens are underneath them. So, but yeah, I do apologize. Like I said, I would have liked to dig through the package entirely and show you guys everything, because you guys deserve it. But I have so much to do and I just feel like crap. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. You'll be seeing this video on Monday, so I hope you guys have a good start to your week. Thanks for watching, as always. I appreciate you all for supporting. There's a lot of new faces here. We are quickly climbing. I think we've just passed 250 subs. I appreciate all of you who watch the videos and comment on the videos. I know some of the videos probably aren't your cup of tea. I'm trying to do my best to also think of, you know, other content that's not just always going to be, you know, knife reviews and whatnot. Obviously, within the EDC space, there's only really so much you can do comparatively, but I'm doing my best to make sure that everything I give you guys is entertaining or informative or a little bit of both. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys Wednesday. So yeah, later dudes, have a good one, stay hydrated, eat some good food, and please be kind to each other. Like I said, the world already has enough hate in it as it is. So yeah. Later guys.